Carlsberg Comedy Carnival. It's coming up, it's the end of July. We've got Phil Jupitus beside us.
Hello.
Phil, one of the things that people who have... I asked for Twitter questions this morning.
Yes.
Linking to your Twitter account and whatever, of which you have a meagre 78,000.
I know, a small beer compared to some of the people out there. I am no Ashton Kutcher.
Who wants to be Ashton Kutcher? and the first one and most recent one I have from the Jelly Monster, who's this lovely girl called Samantha, who said, "Tell him I said he's yummy."
That's very nice of Samantha.
Yeah.
Who strikes me as being delusional.
Well, I don't know, because look, you're over in Ireland answering questions about a comedy carnival, so it must be quite gratifying.
I think
for somebody to rise like that. The
funny thing, I mean, it's gratifying to the extent that none of it was planned, and it was all very. It's all been quite. It's been a reactive rather than proactive career, rather than none of it was planned, and so I'm quite. It is gratifying to the extent that I'm still doing. Something for a living, which I'd be perfectly happy to do as a hobby, to be honest with you. And do they have the interweb at Carlsberg?
No, it's okay.
Can I just say how much I enjoy your delicious product? Pretty much anyone who makes anything can cut that out now and just put it in an advert. Can I just say how much I enjoy your product and endorse it wholeheartedly? That'll be on a Swiss roll advert in 4 days. So anyway, yes, Jelly Monster. Thank you, Jelly Monster. I will take your compliment fully on board, albeit slightly uneasily.
What's with the tattoo on your wrist?
This one here is that's the logo for Trojan Records, and that is the Boston Red Sox. So two passions on my wrists.
Tell me, how familiar are you with Irish comedy and Irish comedians? I suppose
because I know David, I know Coppinger, Jason Byrne. I did a sitcom with Jason in the early Dark Ages. I used to know a lot of the guys sort of years back. So in fact, probably my favourite comedian of all time is Kevin McAleer.
Oh yeah.
I've seen him. I saw him do Irish. He used to do a show called like Irish Fireside Family Stories.
Yeah.
I saw him do that once. I saw him do the slideshow about a dozen times, and it's still the funniest 20 minutes I've ever had in a comedy club. No one will ever touch it. This one is the shortest, but he's got the longest arms. Just a man. The fact that you can start a comedy gig with a stick pointing at owls without talking for 3 minutes and get laughs. That should be like the definition of comedy genius. In 2 years I shall be 50, and I'm given to understand that Kevin is still running a mobile library somewhere in Sligo. I'm not sure, but I would pay him to do that show for my 50th birthday.
I've seen him around. Okay, Kevin, there you go.
Yeah,
There's a job for you now. Who
I
are you
top
recommending, other than your show on the 20-something?
Well, I would point the kids, but the kids aren't going to need pointing. Bo Burnham, the big internet YouTube sensation, is over doing the comedy carousel, so I dare say all you young people have already made his gigs a big sellout. I would point you in the direction of Mr. Jim Jeffries. Your ears will be burnt, but they'll be burnt with laughter. I can also heartily recommend Arj Barker. You may recognise him from Flight of the Conchords, where he plays Dave, the guy that lives downstairs and runs the junk shop. For want of a better expression. Looking down here, Emo Phillips. Emo Phillips, who's been doing this job just for years, and it's just very together. Jason Manford, I'm hoping Jason is on. We believe that he has one show commitments with the BBC, but here's hoping that he kicks the one show into touch and he turns up for all of his Iveagh Gardens gigs this year. And speaking of a gentleman from the UK, Chris Addison, who you will have seen in the movie In the Loop, is also over doing his excellent stand-up show with you this weekend. The Jupitus fellow, that's me.
I've heard he's good.
He's on with Josie Lawrence, and she is tip-top, so do come and see that. And I'm just looking down there if there's anyone else. Ardle, you can't go wrong with Ardle. David O'Doherty, of course, is a must-see at any festival like this. They're all good. You can read many of the names there. Okay, press pause on your computers now. In fact, no, here's what you do, is if you press 4 Control and Shift, that will do a screen grab, and but that's only if you've got an Apple Mac. So if you do a screen grab, you don't even need to pick up one of these delightful leaflets, which fold up marvellously into a much smaller leaflet. So here we go. Look, it's hardly origami, but look at that beauty there. Look at that.
I'm going to ask you.
A minute ago, this was the size of a hanky. Look at it now.
I'm going to ask you 2 more questions.
2 more questions. Here we go.
Does Stephen Fry wear trousers during the filming of QI? Mark
No.
Dennehy would like to know. Okay, he doesn't.
Bare-legged. And when I say bare-legged, B-E-A-R.
I see.
My lord, they're furry. Good grief.
Where can people find you online?
You can find me online at Twitter, @JupitusPhilip. It's my only internet presence.
2 L's.
@JupitusPhilip, 2 L's, as he says.
Yeah. There is a Facebook fan page as well, but if that's not you, there's no point in sending people to it.
It's not me. I'm off Facebook. I can't do Facebook. You know why? I don't like being poked.
Not many people do.
I've taken a guinea quite severely, and yeah.
You will see Phil at the Carlsberg Comedy Carnival from the 22nd to the 25th of July 2010 at the Iveagh Gardens. Thanks so much for your time, dude.